Hey guys, my name is Lusanda Mahwape. It's an absolute pleasure to be with you today. I'm the proud founder and CEO of Dream Factory Foundation. So in case you're asking, what is Dream Factory Foundation? It's actually close to the name. We're really about making dreams true. As simple as that. It's really, we try to create a space, an environment, an atmosphere where young people can actually live out their dream and live their purpose. Our tagline is Be the Dream. So we headquartered in the north, in Francistown, and we began around 2019. I'm really passionate around community development. I started as young as when I was at university. I went to the University of Cape Town. And whilst I was doing volunteer work, going into the communities, small town girl going into what I consider to be a large city, I was really shocked by the differences in terms of quality of life that particularly young children were exposed to. And I thought, you know what, like with the little that I have, I really felt that I can do something. And guess what, that was 10 years ago and we're still running. So we're really proud of the work that we've done. We've done a lot of school work, running leadership development programs, camps. We've been implementers of the Goals Youth Program. We've also done a lot of development work around leadership, entrepreneurship development. And right about now, we're running a program that is focusing on empowering women in business to do technology, to elevate their innovations. Whether you are a farmer who takes your tomatoes into tomato paste or jam, these are the initiatives that we love to support. And so we're here in Gaborone, we're growing a little bit, which is really, really awesome. And so grateful to have met the Mebala Youth Studios team. And yeah, so that's basically the work that we do. In the future, what would be really amazing, that is really like my dream, is to actually do the first agri-hub in the north, where basically we create a hub where we're able to support the village. We'd like to start in Matenge actually, that's where we've been able to get land. And really create a hub where people can come learn practically agriculture, run businesses, also facilitate places where, whether it's the khotla, the clinics, people, the community itself can tap in and be developed. So that's really my long-term dream as a founder. And I would say that, you know, if you're a founder of an organization or even a business and you are based here in Botswana like myself, I know it's not easy, but I want to say, think of Botswana as your playing ground. Think of it as you are the potter and this is your clay and you're testing things out. Don't be afraid to start. Don't be afraid to fail. Don't be afraid to try things out, because guess what? When it comes to Botswana, we are not just about Botswana, we're about the region. So I've really learned to understand that the market that I'm serving is the regional market. I'm here to learn. I'm here to see where to stumble, where not to stumble, where to get up. And from there, to take what I'm doing to the rest of my region, and from the rest of my region to the rest of my continent. So that's my encouragement for you today. Thank you so much for having me.
Dumelang Botswana, and welcome to the 9 to 5 Hustler. I am your host, Moronga Mosetli, and we are here on this lovely Friday. We're going to call it lovely, even though the weather's questionable, at the Midweek Sun and Botswana Guardian. I'm joined today by Raii. Like I just had to. Did I do that right? Did I get the R?
Oh, yeah, you did. Put a little spice on it too. I might tell people to
Just
start pronouncing it like that.
Yes, please, because like I couldn't help myself. I just knew I had to like.
Yeah, breathe some life into the name. Yeah.
So you are 9 to 5, 6 to 10. I don't know if you have an 11 to 2.
Girl, no.
Okay, no, you must check these things, because like there's the day job, there's the night job, and then there's the after midnight job sometimes, you know. Yeah. Some people have to work 3 times as hard just to make the same ends everybody else needs.
Yeah.
May I ask you to kindly please tell the people at home who you are, what you do from 9 to 5, and then what you do from 6 to 10.
Okay. My name is Tutsirai Sitole. My artist name is Raii, and I am a musician, fresh on the scene. I released my song like 2 weeks ago, my first single ever. It's titled Waste, and you can find it on any platform. I literally mean any.
Spotify.
Spotify, Apple Music, Deezer. Yeah, I think actually the only platform it's not on is SoundCloud. You can get it on YouTube as well.
Oh my God, that time I want to interrupt production and ask somebody to mess with my phone for a second.
Just to hear the song.
Just to hear the song,
Aww.
right? Right quick, just, it's a Friday.
Yeah, no, I feel
Why
you.
not?
And it's got that vibe, so it's an Afrobeat song, and I would
Hey.
consider myself an Afrofusion artist.
Okay,
Yeah, I work at Sky Girls BW, yeah, which is a movement to empower teenage girls in Botswana.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's me. What else do you want to know? I think I forgot some of your questions.
I mean, I just want to try and figure out, how did you end up doing like these two sides? Because I mean, the empowerment of young women is entirely different from walking into a studio and creating music. So how did you wake up in the morning and say, yes, these are the two lives I want to live?
Yeah, that's a valid question. I think human beings, so I sit with you here and I see you in this space, right? But I don't know that maybe afterwards you paint and your identity is all these things put into one jar, right? So, jar, so to speak, a metaphorical jar. You can tell I'm hungry.
Yes.
I pictured a jar jam. Yeah. Jar of jam. Oh my gosh.
Oh, okay. Now I was thinking about Elia Bachor.
No, but to answer your question, I think being an artist is about expressing yourself, right? Putting something out there, and I would say that it's very much part of my identity to empower other people, especially young women. So even in my music, my first song "Waste" is actually about not wasting your life. That's what it's called. That's why it's called "Waste." Yeah, it's about doing what you want, no matter what people do. Even if you look at the visuals, you'll see the implicit implications of what I'm talking about, just in the sense like, do what you want, live your own life, don't allow anyone else to choose for you, stay true to yourself. Yeah.
Okay, I really like that.
Thank you.
I think some people need to maybe learn how to live in that motto. I mean, I think maybe there's a fine line between doing it with integrity and grace and then maybe kind of being selfish about it.
Absolutely.
But to an extent, I would like to believe that, I don't know, who would you say is your role model as an artist?
There's so many people for so many different things. So I'll give you an example. Tyler's journey has been really fascinating for me to watch.
Okay.
Yeah. I also appreciate her sound. And then so many people, I'm trying to think of who to talk about in this moment. Adele's Adele's branding and her emotions coming through her music is really something I admire.
Well, then, in that case, I think it's safe to say that Tyler, Adele, they didn't do this purely by chance. They didn't wake up in the morning and get handed these things. They worked hard. They made a decision that this is who I want to be and this is how I want to present myself. And Botswana, we're a young country, but I think as a people, we don't know yet how to be assertive enough about our goals and dreams. And I'm hoping today, as we continue, Rai will give you some more information. But please, Potankakwa, Arunwing Metsi, and then we come back on the 9 to 5 Hustler. Hi, and welcome back to the 9 to 5 Hustler. I am your host, Moronga Mosetli, still joining you on this lovely Friday from Botswana Guardian and Midweek Sun. And I'm also still here with Rai.
Hi.
Now, she let us know that she works in two different worlds. Day to day, she's empowering young women, and then in the evening, okay, maybe like evening and weekend, just to be safe.
Yeah.
Or anytime you're not actually
Anytime, yeah.
Yes. She sings, guys.
I do.
Sweet baby Jesus.
You're so dramatic, wait.
I want to pause the show. Can we get like a guitar? Anybody play me? Okay.
I asked already.
Let me get back into serious things. I want you to tell us from when you wake up. Actually, what time do you wake up?
Picture this.
Okay.
It's 6 a.m.
6 a.m.
and your girl's in her blankets. The alarm has just rang, and I'm spending about 5 minutes debating whether or not I want to get up. I'm like, yeah, maybe I should do something to not get up. Normally my plan to not get up is unsuccessful or not viable. So,
because you have to,
exactly.
go to work.
I have to go to work.
Yeah.
So I never win that debate with myself.
So
I get up, brush my teeth, wash my face, and then normally the night before I would have picked out what to wear. I do my makeup and I'm leaving the house by about 7:15, 7 o'clock.
Okay.
I take public transport, so I'm heading over to the Game City area where my offices are located, and I am killing it at my job.
Every day,
Yeah,
all
every
day,
day.
Monday to Friday.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I get there, I'm doing some community management to start off the day. I'm checking my emails, doing whatever I had left over from yesterday, checking in with my supervisor, like what's urgent, what do you need me to do, anything. This can include anything from planning an event, making budgets. Yes, I'm also the editor of our magazine, the Sky magazine. So I plan the content, I lay it out for the designer, I speak to the designer, I brief the team on what articles, and then I oversee the writing process. So I'm like, your articles are late, need those right now. Thank you.
Wait, hold on. This sounds like just like before lunch, because we haven't talked about lunch. Oh, wait, where do you find the mental capacity to like do these 50 things and then still go home? I guess write a song.
Yeah, actually, I'll get into that a little later.
Okay.
But obviously, like this isn't all in one day.
Oh,
so it's just like tasks that I might end up doing on a day-to-day basis.
Okay.
Yeah. Overseeing the community managers, overseeing our advisory board. These are just things that I do day to day. And then, lunch comes around. If I have something that I want to do, like check why my song isn't on Instagram, or reach out to a producer, that's normally when I'll do that. Or even if I'm going to the kitchen to make a sandwich during like the morning, and I'm like, okay, yeah, let me just make a call. I'm warming up my food or making my tea. I really, I'm a believer in doing it then and there. Like if I want to get something done, I need to do it. I'm not good at like, oh, I'll do it later. That normally leads to procrastination for me.
I need to learn that. I'm still at the I'll do it later. Later never arrives.
Hey,
me without my nails painted, because I'll do it later.
It's okay. It's okay. You're lovely in your natural state.
Thank you. Thank you. At least somebody agrees in life.
Yeah, but lunch rolls around. I do whatever I do. I also take a break. I think that's very important. I like to watch something, eat my food, and then continue with the day up until 5 or 5 or a little bit past 5, where I head home. I get there, I make my dinner. I love to cook, and then I get into whatever I need to do. So it depends on how I'm feeling. If I feel like I have enough energy, content creation is a very, very big and important part of an artist's brand. So I'll just if the sun is still out when I'm home, drag my ring light outside my door and just like shoot some cute TikToks, take some pictures. And then that's when I would have taken my meat out of the freezer and, maybe put some pasta to boil. Then I'll go back inside. I can either start cooking or I start planning some other things, whatever else I have to do. It's actually a lot of work to not have a manager. Yeah. I didn't know this. I wasn't aware.
Listening to you right now, I'm like, I don't think I would have made it as a singer. Like, not to say it's impossible to do it, but I really don't think I have the perseverance, the resilience, the dedication to keep doing these things repetitively like you are. I'm not sure. But I think it's a good thing to ask yourself at home, if you want to do this, do you have that dedication and that perseverance to keep at it 24/7?
It takes dedication. I'm quickly learning that you'll seek motivation in all these different places. So I want the money, but really you need to want it. If you're saying you want to be an artist, you need to want it, and that is what's going to make you be like, okay, instead of watching Netflix, let me go send that message, send that email, chase cosbots or whatever, because otherwise you are not going to get anything done. And let me tell you that now, you can tell yourself, oh, it's just for fun. Obviously, there are people who do it just for fun and it works for them. But I'm finding in my experience, desire is the only motivation that drives me forward. Yeah.
It's not an easy. It is not an easy career. Passion, dedication. You need to work at it. And honestly, if you think she's lying, I think you should take a look at your favorite artists. Some of them have been doing this all their lives. Just a thought.
Yeah. And I think it's talking about favorite artists, especially like international artists or mainstream artists, Western ones as well, you'll find that we look at them and we see, okay, so I talked about Adele, right? We'll look at Adele's songs and we'll say, oh, she's such a creative mind. We look at her cover photos and we'll say, oh, she's such a creative mind. Even her content, oh, she's such a creative mind. That is at least a team of 20 people who have worked there. It is not just her ideas and whatnot. And obviously, in an ideal situation, an artist has the most creative control over their brand and their image. But I'm also quickly finding that it is, like I said, a lot of work, and I can't compare myself to those people. I think in the beginning I was like, yeah, I need to do this. I'm like, girl, do what you can and leave the rest, because you don't have the same resources.
That's true. That's true. And just in case people don't understand the maths, that's actually why they make millions. These people who have been working so hard for so long, 10, 15, 20 years, 5, 6 albums deep, they're making millions because the manager costs millions, the publicist costs millions, the stylist costs millions, the lawyers, the admin team. Babanti, there's a whole team. That's why you find there's one phone they get to hold and everybody else reaches them through all the other phones. But I guess maybe that's a story for the Western world. Baholo, please just go over to the left, have a biscuit, drink some water, visit the Ntlana, and then we'll come back. 2 minutes, just 2 minutes. We're coming back. No. The 9 to 5 hustler. And we are back on the 9 to 5 hustler. You know me, you know my name. Actually, no, I don't want to make the actual mamuseklis out there mad. And I'm still here with Rai. Because, can't stop the vibe. It's a Friday, guys.
Can't stop the vibe. Stop the vibe.
We've gotta act like we're going somewhere at 5 p.m. later, right?
I'm going home to push my hustle friend.
I mean, I'll be napping. I've had a week, so I'm gonna take a nice long nap till tomorrow. But okay, so you shared something about some of the challenges you are facing being a 9 to 5 hustler. What about the achievements? In this entire journey, what can you say? I've succeeded at this, or I've succeeded at that, or I've accomplished this and that.
Yeah, well, seeing as I'm, like I said, fresh on the scene, my achievements are, it's a short list, but I think it's a worthy one. I released my first single, first of all, and there'll be more. I don't know
how to make the sound, but that one.
Yeah, there'll be more on that.
Okay.
I think also as an artist who's a content creator as well, I've found the discipline to be more consistent. I think, especially with platforms like TikTok, where you have to post every single day. That thing plagued me for 2 years. Oh, 2 years I would try. Maybe I do 4 days every single day. Then after a month, I'm like, for a month, I'm
every
like,
day.
Yeah, every day.
It's the part where you think about. Do you have to think about a new thing every day?
That's why I batch create content.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. So I'm like, and now you also have to be multifaceted, because obviously now I'm not just posting videos of myself singing, or I have to now think of ideas a lot, right? But I think that's something that I've really been managing with of late, and I'm quite happy about it. Hoping to see some growth online and in terms of streams as well. But I'm feeling really good about it.
Okay.
Yeah.
What about at work? Do you ever get any feedback from the young women you're trying to inspire? Do they ever come to you and say, "Hey, you've changed my life this way. Can I join you?" Or, what are those successes like?
Oh, so beautiful. I'm looking for the word. It's a sense of alignment, of cosmic alignment. It's such a deep feeling when you're taking it in and someone is telling you, like, you have changed my life in this way. It's so beautiful. And so I would say that actually that I can consider that a success in the sense that I already had not a fan base, but people who were looking to see what I was up to before I released my first track. So that's been nice as well, just to hear the feedback, just to be told like, oh yeah, no, I'm enjoying this. And even in terms of the people that I do work with, like I said, I have a lot of connects. So I was able to speak to a graphic designer and say, oh my gosh, what are you thinking about the look of this? Ask people around, like, who's the best photographer to work with? And so I think strengthening those connections and using my network has been amazing. And I'll count that. I would definitely count that as a success. But my tongue is falling. It's running.
It is not your fault. And like, no offense to the countries that offered us independence when they offered us independence, but guys, your languages are hard compared to our mother tongues. Excuse me.
But that's why it's a mother tongue, isn't it?
Exactly.
Because this tongue knows that's not my mother that I'm trying to speak. It's like,
and that's what I'm trying to tell you guys. That like we can feel it in our spirits that technically my R's should roll all the way. It shouldn't just be, roll. So yeah, no,
look at you doing it again. You just like saying my name.
In my defense, part of the reason I love saying your name is because in Barolong farms, almost everybody has a lisp. There's always a to it, and I've never had that part of it.
So now you're getting that moment.
I've practiced the at least, so that people know where I'm from.
No, and you've added something like I said. So,
also, I like Spanish and Mexican people, and when they roll their R's, oh my gosh,
it's cute.
It is. Okay, no, we need to get back to the topic.
The tangents.
Yes,
the tangents. You're having fun watching this.
And please come back next week, guys, because we're just going to keep doing this until you get, hopefully, not tired of us. I don't like suggesting that you might get tired of me,
Up
but
until
please.
They've learned so much,
Yes.
So lessons every week.
Lessons every week. Because for all I know, one of you is here working in content creation, and maybe you don't know how to get, like, the next thing. Can I ask how many followers you have? Like, would you say that's...
I don't want to discuss that.
That's okay, that's not...
It's a tough subject.
Okay, have you increased them? Would you say the work you're doing now, trying to get yourself out there, promote yourself more, it's bringing in the people?
Yeah, I would say it's increasing my reach, but I actually think that because of people's reliance on ads, or because you'll be scrolling and you'll see something cool, but you'll know, oh, she's a content creator, so she's probably going to boost her post again. So you don't feel the need to follow me. So I'm actually finding that followers are quite hard to gain than maybe 3 or 4 years ago.
Guys, this digital world,
hey,
it's dribbling.
Really, 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 really is. But I count lessons as successes and blessings as well.
Yes, that's
and I think something that this song gave me is myself. And like I said, it's quite a meaningful track, and that created a bit of pressure in the creative process for me. I was just like, no, it has to be perfect. It has to be perfect. And I learned that not everything has to be perfect. It's okay. And sometimes, what's that thing that they say in Spider-Man, the animated one with Miles, what's it called? He says, Spider-Man says, it's sometimes you have to. No, I got it though. He says, how do I know I'm ready? And then Peter Parker says, you won't. Sometimes it's a leap of faith. And actually, I was watching that movie with my little brother when it hit me that I needed to start my journey. That's what made me be like, okay, I'm gonna call Flex. I guess I saved up the money. I'll do it. So now the universe is screaming at me from every angle it can, including
you sounding like you had to drag yourself painfully.
Yeah. It's like, do it now. So yeah, but that quote has kept me going. Sometimes it's a leap of faith, and I think with the song at some point I had to say, it's good enough for me. I like it, and out there someone is also going to enjoy it, and that's all that matters to me, you know.
Yeah.
So I would say that the biggest success with this project for me is that it actually gave me myself. I've learned so much about myself working on this. I've learned so much about how I respond to certain things, about how far I can take myself, about my own potential. So it's been really insightful, about the industry as well, and you know, other technical stuff. So I think that would be my favorite success, is really getting to a point where I understand myself as an artist, and I'm now able to go out into the world and convey that better because I understand myself.
Okay. I really like that, because I don't think enough artists do that. Just sit down by myself and say, like I said earlier, what am I capable of? Do I have that level of dedication? Do I have that level of perseverance? Am I that passionate? Because some of us aren't, and I think that's okay. I think you can maybe form part of the ecosystem of artists, producers, videographers, script writers. I mean, look, there are millions available in this industry. Maybe not in Botswana right now, but globally speaking, in a world of, I don't know, 8 billion? Okay, a few billion people.
7 to 8 billion people.
Yeah, in a world of 7 to 8 billion people, I'd like to believe that you could make a couple of million just by picking the right market to sell your services to. But you know what? I don't want to bore you. I'm pretty sure we've just given you a lot of information to digest. One more round. Just 2 minutes, go drink some water. Jang Namuni. It's a bit breezy outside. We'll be right back. Okay, welcome back. And unfortunately, Botswana, this is our last segment for the day. I'm still your host, and I'm going to be with Rai for a few more minutes, but I just need you to please. I know, I'm in it to win it.
I can't say hi again. Like, what's the thing?
I mean, I think the bye can be special.
Yes. Oh my gosh, we should do it together.
Okay,
we'll coordinate it.
We'll coordinate it. Yes, we will. But before you go, can you please, let me start with asking you to advise the young people out there who want to go into content creation and or music. What would you say they absolutely should do?
I think the number one thing is be willing to learn. Listen to people, listen to their feedback. Go use whatever resources you have. If you know a content creator, talk to them, bug them, ask them for feedback on your stuff, right? Be teachable. Sometimes people tell you something that you don't necessarily want to hear, but it's the truth, right? And after further reflection, which you need to also be able to reflect, you'll get there, right? So I'd say use the resources you have at your disposal. Be willing to learn, and you know, obviously I'm new at the content creation thing myself, so I think I can advise more, especially in terms of music. The same things apply. I would also say understand yourself. It depends. Do you want to be an artist or a musician? Because I believe there's a difference. An artist cares about their artistry, and if that's the path you want to go down, then I would strongly advise self-discovery is like your best friend, because then you can understand why you're putting certain things when you are writing, you know, on the paper. You can understand what you want to convey, what you want to do, what you're passionate about. Understanding yourself, I think, is so key to this journey, and just knowing who you want to be, because it's a big part of it as well, being an artist.
Yeah, I think that's a big part of everything in life. Like, you can't necessarily choose a career without knowing who you are as a person, because you might, you know, I was about to cuss. Yeah, you might mess around and find out. Okay, now where do we find you, and what is next for you?
Okay, I'll start with what's next for me. What's next is my second single, titled Flying. So Yeah.
Yeah, it's not so it's for following. It's in my mind. I was thinking I have to go to Spotify and then I have to follow her. I have to listen to the first single because the second one is La Bona Can At Least.
Ebile ke tla kwala for you. Don't worry. Yeah, and you can find me. My Instagram and TikTok names is the same. The Official Rai. Either with a dot in between or an underscore between the words. So the.official.rai or the _official_rai.
Okay.
Yeah, and on Spotify, my name is just Rai. But if you do check out my social media, you'll actually find that I have a link tree to everything. So you can listen to my music on YouTube, Spotify, and Apple Music right from my Instagram pages. So I'd strongly suggest you go check those out.
Okay. Well, Baholo, on the other side of the camera there, this is all I have for you today. Like, I think we've ended it on such a pleasant note.
Yeah, I think so too. Good vibes.
It's been such a happy day. Guys, catch us next week on the 9 to 5 Hustler, on the Midweek Sun and Botswana Guardian. I will see you again next time. And shall we tell the people? Bye.